Today we are going to see about impulse response. Impulse response are of two types. One are IIR filters as well as FIR filters. IIR filters are infinite impulse response and FIR filters are finite impulse response. So from the name itself, infinite impulse response means it varies from minus infinity to plus infinity. And finite means it has a particular value, that means it's vary from minus pi to plus pi. So why we have gone for a FIR filter means it is stable in nature. So we can easily find the response or the phase and the magnitude response you can find easily from that. And they depend not only on the recursive, there are also non-recursive filters. They depend upon the past also. And they are easily to form a linear phase and they are free from limit cycle oscillations. The main disadvantages of this FIR filter is that they consist of more arithmetic operation. That means number of operations will be more and the components requirements or the hardware requirements need to design this filter such as multipliers, adders and delays will be more. And the memory space also will be more. These are the disadvantages of an FIR filter. Now, here we are dealing with the problematic problem. So, we are directly going for FIR filter design problem. FIR filter can be designed directly using a Fourier transform method. The sections vary from minus pi to plus pi. So we have to first understand about the frequency selective filters. Frequency selective filters. As we know, the frequency selective filters means the filters in which the frequency can be selected. For example, we know but we don't know what is the filters. Why you are calling it so? So there are different types of filters are there. Low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter and band reject filter. Okay. The main thing to do this problem, we have to understand the different filter types, how we can design the filters according to the given filters. That means you know a low pass filter. It only allows to pass low frequency of signals. And high pass filter is used to, it doesn't start from zero, it starts from somewhere else to the high, up to the final. Band pass filter is nothing but it will be in between the terms. That means it won't be 0 and it won't be pi. And band reject filter is nothing but it is a low pass filter as well as high pass filter. So these are the basic thing that we know about a filters. Now, according to our question, we have to design these different types of filters. Then only we will be able to do the problem. And our problem is based on Fourier transform method. Now we can see how the Fourier series method can be applied. Okay, so depending upon the response, hd of e power j omega is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity. It is a series method, so minus infinity to plus infinity, hd of n e raised to minus j omega n, where the Fourier coefficient can be taken. hd of n is equal to integral. So before that we have 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi. As it is a finite element, your signal should vary from minus pi to pi, hd of e power j omega into e raised to minus j omega n d omega. Okay, so here we are going to deal with the two different types of problem. One is an ideal problem based problem and non-ideal problem. Okay, Fourier series with ideal condition as well as a non-ideal condition. For K2 both will be asked. First we have to find out this. According to this, we can get an expression in terms of sine term. Sine. ഇതിനകത്തുനിന്ന് ചെയ്ത് കിട്ടുന്ന ആൻസർ will be in sine term. Okay. So if we have to find the data from the n samples will be given, and we have to find n minus 1 by 2 samples. Okay. Okay. After finding the n samples, we have to convert this to a transfer function. So to convert this to a transfer function, first we have to find h of z. That is h of 0 plus summation n is equal to 1 to n minus 1 by 2 h of n z raised to n plus z raised to minus n. After finding the transfer function, we have to realize this transfer function. That is h dash of z is equal to z raised to minus n minus 1 by 2 into h of z. Okay. So you will get the realized transfer function, and then we have to find the coefficient. Okay, this is the procedure how we have to perform. So we will directly go to one of the problem. Let it be a high pass filter. So question: design an ideal high pass filter with a frequency response of hd of e power j omega is equal to 1. And it is an ideal case. If it is an ideal case, your hd of e power j omega will be 1. For pi by 4 less than or equal to omega, modulus of omega less than or equal to pi, and 0 for modulus of omega less than or equal to pi by 4 for capital N is equal to 11. This is what we have to find. So the very first thing what we have to know is you have to design a ideal high pass filter with the limit that has been given. Okay. The first thing what you have to do, you have to draw, whatever things that you have to draw. This is hd of e power j omega. Its value is given as 1. Okay, and it varies from, and this is minus pi to pi, and your signal what you got in the question is that it varies from, the 1 varies from pi by 4, modulus of omega means plus or minus of, here we have to understand one more thing. This is a symmetric condition. If it is a symmetric condition only, then you have to find n minus 1 by 2 samples. If it is 11, 11 minus 1, 10, 10 by 2, 5 samples you can find, and the negative 5 samples will be same. Okay, so this is a symmetric condition. If you are finding a ideal high pass filter, it should be a symmetric in nature. How you can understand whether it is symmetric or not? You will get an odd value over here. If it is an even value, it will be a asymmetric condition. Suppose 12 minus 1, 11, 11 by 2, you will get a point value, isn't it? So it won't be a symmetric condition. So if you want to get a symmetric condition, you have to think that it should be odd in nature. Okay, and it varies from minus pi to pi. Your 1 hd of e power j is 1 for pi by 4. You can see the positive side for pi by 4 to pi. So here from pi by 4 to pi, you are having a sample. So as it is in a symmetric condition, you have the same sample over here also, that varies from sorry, minus pi by 4 to is minus pi to minus pi by 4. So you know hd of e power j omega is equal to 1. That was the condition which you got, and it varied from pi by 4 to pi. Modulus of omega was there, so you are writing in the negative side also. Suppose your question is given that design a low pass filter which varies from 0 to pi by 2. That means from 0 to pi by 2. Here also in the negative side also it will be minus pi. So your integral will be from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, that you have to understand. Sometimes you might be having a doubt. For a low pass filter, your sample varies from 0 less than or equal to omega less than or equal to pi by 2, and it can be modulus of omega. Sometimes it will be modulus of omega. It will be given minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So whatever it is, you have to know the things what you know should be given first. Minus pi to minus pi to plus pi, and it varies from 0 to pi by 2. So this will be a pi by 2. If it is a modulus of omega, that will be from minus pi by 2. So your integral varies from here, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Here you have two integrals, minus pi to minus pi by 4 plus pi by 4 to pi. This is a high pass filter. This is a low pass filter. In a band pass filter, you will be getting a frequency between. It won't be 0 and it won't be pi. There won't be any 0 or pi value over there. Varies from pi by 6 less than or equal to modulus of omega less than or equal to 3 pi by 4. So it is in between. So you can directly draw that minus pi to pi. It won't come to 0 and it won't come to pi also. So it varies from pi by 6 to 3 pi by 4. Here also it varies from minus pi by 6 to minus 3 pi by 4. So this will be your integral, minus 3 pi by 4 to minus pi by 6 and pi by 6 to 3 pi by 4. Okay. And in your band reject filter, I told you have a low pass filter as well as a high pass filter. So your value will be less than, it varies from 0 to some less than value and greater than pi. Okay. It will be like this, less than or equal to omega less than or equal to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to or something like that, and greater than or equal to 2 pi by 4. So that means you have a low pass filter minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and a value greater than 2 pi by, greater than pi, greater than 2 pi by 4, greater than pi. That means from pi to 2 pi by 4, and here also minus 2 pi by 4 to minus pi. Here you will get 3 integrals. Okay, this is what you have to understand. Now here we got hd of, you got your hd of n is equal to, okay, 1 by 2 pi, your two integrals, integral minus pi to minus pi by 4, okay, hd of e power j omega was 1 into e raised to minus j omega n d omega, your first integral, plus if you are taking 1 by 2 common, again no need to take, you can take my pi by 4 to pi 1 into e raised to minus j omega n d omega. Okay, that is 1 by 2 pi 1 into e power j omega. So you will get with respect to omega. If you are integrating with respect to d omega, the other terms should be written down. So e raised to minus j omega n by j n plus the value varies from minus pi to minus pi by 4. Sorry, so there is no j minus over here, okay? This is a mistake. E raised to j omega, no minus over here, sorry. Okay. E raised to j omega n by j n plus other term will come also e raised to j omega n by j n for the limit of pi by 4 to pi. Okay, so that is equal to 1 by 2 pi j n. You're taking it outside, you are applying the limit, upper limit minus lower limit, you will get e raised to j minus j pi by 4 n minus e raised to minus j pi n plus e raised to j pi n minus e raised to j pi by 4 n. Okay, so as you are having 2j over here, you can give it as e raised to j theta minus e raised to minus j theta by 2j, as j and 2 is over here, is equal to sin theta. You can get it in this formula. For that, you have to take 1 by 2 pi j n. This is e raised to j pi n, and this is minus, you got it as like that, e raised to minus j pi n. Okay, the next term plus e raised to, here you will come minus e raised to j pi by 4 n. Okay, pi by 4 n, and here it is plus e raised to minus j pi by 4 n. Okay, minus j pi by 4 n. Now that is equal to 1 by 2 pi j n into, okay, now you are going to take, you can take this minus outside, commonly outside, this will be plus and this will be minus, isn't it? So you will get, and you are putting j n inside, so that will be equal to 1 by pi n. If you are giving 2j over here and here also 2j, you are taking minus outside, you will get e raised to j theta. So sin pi n minus e raised to, sorry, sin pi by 4 n. So, okay, this is the first equation that you are getting. Now here I told you have to find the samples from n minus 1 by 2. N is equal to 11. So 11 minus 1 by 2, that is 5. You need to find 5 samples. Okay, 5 samples. So samples varies from h of 0, h of 1, h of 2, h of 3, like that. As you are finding hd, your sample should vary like that. Okay. So in the first condition, if you are applying 0 over here, sin 0 will be 0. You won't get the value. For this, whenever the sin value is getting 0, there you have to apply limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1, or limit n theta tends to 0, sin n theta by theta is equal to n. This is the other equation that you have to understand. When, this is the main thing, when the sin value becomes 0, at that place you have to place the limit. Okay. So I am writing one more time the equation over here. That is, you got sin pi n minus sin pi by 4 n divided by pi n. Now I am splitting it into 2. We will get sin pi n divided by pi n minus sin pi by 4 n by pi n. Now here, if I am applying n h of, I want to find h of 0. If I want to find h of 0, I have to give n is equal to 0. This is h of n. Now when you want to find the h of 0, you have to substitute 0 over there. For that, what I've told you, when you are putting 0 over here, the sign 0 will be. So always the 0 will be, whenever you are giving 0, it will be 0. To avoid that, you have to apply the limit. So you have to see what is in the denominator, that is pi n. So you are giving pi n is equal to theta. So what happens here, also it will be theta. So sin theta by theta is equal to 1. Sin theta by theta, now you got, isn't it? It is equal to 1. And sin pi by 4 n by pi n, that you can take it as pi and n is also over here. You can take it as sin 1 by 4 theta by theta, that is equal to 1 by 4. Why? Because sin n theta by theta is equal to n. Here this is your n value. Okay. So now you got 1 minus 1 by 4. So you will get 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is equal to 0.75. Okay. 3 by 4, that is equal to 0.75. Now you have to find the value of h of 1 to h of 5. So for that I am writing sine. For an easy method I am writing sine pi n minus sine pi by 4n divided by pi n. I am using a calculator and doing this. So for that you have to first see, this is 5 by 4. So first you have to find 5 by 4. Then you have to multiply it with n to get a theta value. Then only sine will take the theta value. So that also into sine. So now you will get a sine pi by 4 n value. Similarly, there is not by 4 by 2 not is there. So I am getting n pi directly and you have to multiply it with sine value. For this minus, I am giving one minus sign bracket over here, and the whole divided by this also in a bracket, whole divided by this. Okay, I will tell you one more time. Sine pi n minus sine pi by 4n divided by pi n. For this you have to first find a theta value. For that you are giving this in a bracket, and after finding the theta value you have to find the sine values. For that also I am giving a bracket. Here also pi n and pi n is there, I am giving a bracket. For this theta value I have to multiply sine over there, sine to find the theta. For minus I am giving one more bracket over here, and the whole thing divided by the denominator term. Okay, now I can use my calculator. Hope you can see this. There's some problem in my calculator. And how you gave the bracket sign, that you have to give it over here also. Okay. Okay, fine. Now bracket, 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 3 brackets. You can see, hope you can see 3 brackets. Okay. Sine bracket shift pi. For n value you have to give alpha. Alpha is just on the side of shift. See, you can see alpha. Just press alpha, and here you will get a minus sign, isn't it? For the in the top of the minus there is a a. So alpha a. Okay. Bracket closed. How many brackets? 2 brackets should be closed. So 2 brackets you are closing, minus opening other bracket, sine, again 2 brackets, shift pi divided by 4, close one bracket, again alpha a. For n, alpha a, 3 brackets, okay, divided by, again a bracket open, shift pi alpha a, 2 brackets closed. Hope you can see this. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have my calculator is missing now. Okay, now instead of pressing equal, you have to directly go to calc. You can see calc. If you're giving calc, it will ask the value of a. You're giving alpha a, isn't it? So it will be asking the value of a. For value of a, now what you have to find? You have h of 0. You got h of 0. It is 3 by 4. That is 0.5. Now you have to find h of 1. For h of 1, you have to give calc A is equal to 1. If you're giving calc A is equal to 1 and equal, it will show you a value 0.013. That is equal to 0.013. Again, don't press equal or something. Again, you have to press calc. You have to give the value of 2. The value will be 0. Okay. Now you have to find, you have given the bracket. You have pressed calc over here and then 1 equal. So you got the value minus 0.225. 0.225. Okay. Now you have to find h of 2. Here, for finding h of 2, don't press anything else. You have to just press calc. It will ask the value of A. Now you have to give the value 2. Okay. Equal. So you will get minus 0.159. That is equal to minus 0.159. Again, you have to press calc. You have to press calc and then it will ask for the value. You have to press 3 and you will get, that is equal to minus 0.075. Okay. Again, calc 4, it will get 0. H of 4 is equal to 0 and h of 5, you have to find till 5. 5, that is equal to 0.045. Okay. Sometimes you have to, if your bracket is not correct, you will get a syntax error, math error, like that it will come. And sometimes you will be giving, you will be getting the same value. Okay. Just think that if you're getting the same value, in my first thing it was 0.13 something, 0.013. That means in the second also I got 0.013. So I noticed there was a mistake over there. So you have to remember that always your calculator should be in mode, radian mode. You're doing this problem in radian mode. So the first thing you have to do, you have to change your calculator from degree to radian mode. Then you have to place the brackets over there. And if you're finding this, it will be you will get the correct answer. Here you have to see the values is decreasing. Okay, that's the thing you have to. If you're getting the same answer, suppose if you're doing, you will get 0.0135. Second also you will get 0.136. Like that if you're getting, just think that you have not changed your mode from degree to radian. If you're changing the mode, that means in your calculator, if you're changing from degree to radian only, you will get the correct answer. Okay. Now, you no need of calculator. This is over. Just the simple steps are there. You have to find the transfer function. You know the equation h of z is equal to h of 0 because you're finding h of 0 in a different manner. So, h of 0 plus summation n is equal to 1 to n minus 1 by 2 h of n z raised to n plus z raised to minus n. Just need to multiply. So h of 0 you got the value has 0.75. So 0.75 plus here the value varies from summation n is equal to 1 to 5 h of n z raised to n plus z raised to minus n. Okay. Now you have the value of h of 5 over h of 3 z is given as h of z is equal to 0.75 plus you're substituting 1 over here. So the value of 1 is minus 0.225. So minus 0.225. So it will be 0. Okay. Minus 225 n z raised to 1 plus z raised to minus 1. Okay. Second term minus 0.159 z raised to 2 plus z raised to minus 2. Okay. Next term is you got as minus 0.075. Okay, that is z raised to 3 plus z raised to minus 3. Substituting in the equation. You don't have the 4, so you're directly going to plus 0.045 z raised to 5 plus z raised to minus 5. Now what you have to do, you have to just remove the brackets and just expand that. That is equal to 0.75 minus 0.225 z raised to 1 minus 0.225 z raised to minus 1 minus 0.159 z raised to 2 plus minus 0.159 z raised to minus 2 minus 0.075 z raised to 3 minus 0.075 z raised to minus 3 plus 0.045 z raised to 5 plus 0.045 z raised to minus 5. Okay. Now you have to find the realized transfer function. Why are you going for realized transfer function? Because if you want to realize this transfer function, all the things should be in z raised to minus 1, that you are calling as delay. If you don't need to have a positive z raised to 1, z raised to 2, z raised to 3, it won't take. It will take only a delay value, that is z raised to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like that. So you have to do h dash of z, that is equal to h z raised to minus n minus 1 by 2 into the above h of z. So you know what is z raised to minus 1 by 2, that is n is equal to 11, 11 minus 1, 10, 10 by 2, 5. Z raised to minus 5, you have to multiply the other term. (0.225) z raised to minus 1 minus 0.159 z raised to 2 minus 0.159 z raised to minus 2 minus 0.075 z raised to 3 minus 0.075 z raised to minus 3 plus 0.045 z raised to 5 plus 0.045 z raised to minus 5. Okay. Now you just need to multiply all the term with z raised to 5, z raised to minus 5. Okay. So what you will get, just substitute and substitute. So you are expanding it and you will get at 0.75 z raised to minus 5 minus 0.025 z raised to 1 was there. So into minus 5 you will get it z raised to minus 4, like that. 0.225 z raised to minus 6. If it is minus, you have to plus. If it is a plus term, you have to minus that value. Okay. Now you got this. Now you have to find the coefficient. Coefficient means you have to see is which of the coefficients are same. So you will get h of 0 is equal to h of 10 is equal to, you got the same value, 0.045. Okay. H of 1 is equal to h of 9. Here h of 1 and h of 9 is not there. So that will be equal to 0. H of 2 is equal to h of 8 is equal to 2 and 8 you got it as 0.075. Now 3 and 7. H of 3 is equal to h of 7 is equal to minus 0.159. Then this is also minus. Now you got h of 3. H of 4 is equal to h of 6 is equal to minus 0.225, and h of 5 here you got it as, that is equal to 0.75. This is the thing that you are finding all the samples 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 samples. 0 to 10 you got 11 samples. All the 11 samples, as it is symmetric in nature, 0 and 10 will be symmetric. So whatever terms you are getting, the terms will be symmetric in nature. So that's why you are writing like this. Okay. Sometimes they will be asking you to find the frequency response. That's a rare case. If it is asking for you, you have to find the frequency response using h bar of e power j omega is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 by 2 a n cos omega n. Okay. So we now this is the thing that you have to understand how to do it in a Fourier series method. And next there's a problem with this method, so you're going for a window sequence method that we will see in the next day. Thank you.